Hello guys, Susanna here. Well, I am back again with the poppies. I'm making sure that I'm in camera. There we go. I'm not sure how much I've done since the last one. Very infrequent videos at the moment, especially this weekend. My son was home. He didn't come home for Mother's Day, which was last weekend, but he was able to make it this weekend. And then we had house inspection, and I got one today, and I'm lucky I'm doing anything, to be honest. I really lost my mojo, but that's how it goes. So what I've done here, I'd done stitching along here in that colour, but then I looked at this and this, and I'm trying to get that sort of look, and because it's not completely open, it's sort of like half open. What I was thinking, so I've just got this darker colour, and I'm going to, these little dots were already in there, so I am going to do a few bullion knots. So how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Do you reckon that's enough? Have it as the same width as what I need it. That little more, and I think some of them have just come undone. Okay, a few more, because we're going to do it on a bit of an angle. So if you want to do something on a bit of a curve, you need more than what to fill the space. Okay. So I want this to go on a bit of an angle to go around. So I'm going to, I think that's good. And then it can be manipulated. I might even come back in with a thread. It's the same colour, and pull it over to hold it down and pull it across. There we go. So it's definitely got that rounded look. So when you do a bullion knot, I'm going to just, you start on the top and you work out where you're going to go. So start from here, then you go next to it. So we need a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'll go a few more because I still want it to be rounded, but at the same token, this next one's a little straighter. Okay. So that's going to be coming down here. Okay. Then we'll go up to the top again. Look at cat hairs everywhere. Yeah, I think it's going to give it that sort of half effect, if you know what I mean. That's what I want to try and do. Not that, because you're only seeing it from, you know, like half of it. So have that going into the middle. So this one might be a little straighter. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'll do 11, 12. Do a few more. Yep. There we go. Even when you think you've stuffed up, you can always manage to save it. Okay, go down. Then we go up here. So that's sort of going a little bit more straighter as this one. Going to go on a little bit more of an angle. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Going on a bit of an angle, so I will keep it at that. Pulling it through. This is why it pays to have a needle that is the same width. It's not too bad. Better than some of my, better than a chenille needle. That's the worst one to do this with, and I've done some bullion knots with chenille needles, so not impossible. Okay, now we're coming out on the top. I was just thinking 5. We just need to get that bit of an angle. And then we're going to come here, and then I'll probably hold it down like I did on the other side. So come up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oop. Do a few extra because I think I missed some. Okay. Now I want him to come out on a bit of an angle. So I'm going to go down, then pull it, and then maybe come back up and hold that one at a bit of an angle. And you don't notice it because using the same colour thread. Now, I don't know really if they have a dot in the middle, but I might do a big knot in the middle. 1, 2. Just to tie all that in. Make it look like it's a centerpiece. Fairly big one. And then they're going to have a few more of these little knots. So I'm going to do just a small little knots going all the way around to sort of fill up the space. I don't know whether I need to go lighter. It looks like it's a bit of a purpley colour, which I reckon I might use that. Doesn't really matter that I've already done one. So I'll use this on the other side to do the other one as well. So there's a fair bit on here, but I will use it. And then I'm going to come back in. I might come back in with a thinner needle. Scissors. Excuse me. Oh, seriously, all I want to do is tie a knot. Okay, this one seems a little thinner, so I'm going to use this colour and see how it's got a bit of a purpley colour to it. I think that's going to work a little better. Getting a bit because I want to do quite a few little French knots going all the way around. What I might do, just so we've got a bit of an idea, I might start here and then get this. Try and, so if I do a French knot on each of those dots, I'll even do the odd few. make it higher. It's going to give more of that look that we're wanting, which is this look. Okay. Now, see how we go, and I'm hoping it's a different enough colour that it's actually going to be a bit noticeable. Maybe I will, you guys may not. Okay, got to be careful, don't want to be grabbing too many layers. So I'll go where the little dots are and then see if we need any more after I've done the dots. Okay, this is where things start to come alive a little bit, adding a bit of dimension and you know, texture, and making it look like what it's supposed to be. I think until I did this, it sort of didn't look really poppy-ish. Okay. And it's like on these, I actually did a line which has this line, and I might stitch around and then do a couple of little darker bits and pieces on there. Like with anything worth doing takes time, and I've got to be careful that I don't pin myself with the pins that are in there. So how are we all going? I've had an interesting week since the last time I recorded, I think on Thursday. Well, today is Monday, and I'll probably put this is up later once again, but I thought I'm not even going to apologise because it's just how it is at the moment. It's shocking, but I reckon I'm needing a holiday, so some of Sue's is better than none. So anyway, on Thursday last week, me and my husband were looking at a couple of houses, and I quite liked them just by what I saw on the internet, and I drove past and, you know, had a bit of a sticky in the window. So, and we really like it, but they are not wanting subject to sale, which is, you know, understandable because there's so many houses and available here. They, you know, like us, want to sell their house. So, but it just makes it really difficult when you're trying to sell and buy. It can be quite hard. So, needless to say, out of all the houses we looked at, we really like it. I knew there was something about this one that I thought, it's not, you know, nothing fancy, but it's neat and clean and ready to move in, and we don't have to spend a massive amount of money at this point in time. Like, it, you know, it needs stuff done. I will open up a wall and have I want open living, and this house, it can do that after we open up a wall down the track. So anyway, so we looked at it and we really loved it, and as of this weekend, like yesterday, the new price of our house was up. We only lowered it a little bit just to put it under that price bracket, which is what I originally wanted. So we had 3 people, yay! We had 3 people come and look through on Saturday, which is fantastic considering, you know, we've had one person in a month. So that was really good, a bit more encouraging. And then I'm getting someone coming through today. So, you know, you've got to wait for people to, I mean, I'm sure they're looking at other places and, you know, go, well, which one do they like the best? Unlike me, I'm like, yep, if I like it, I'll put in an offer. We try, but they don't want subject to sale. So we're sort of come to the conclusion, if you know, this doesn't sell soon. We don't know whether we're going to keep it on the market, so we'll just see how we go, because this house that we like has got everything that I need and is at the right price, even if we sell our house, you know, at the price that the middle of the road. You know, you have your from this to this, well, the middle of the road price, which I think is fair, or even a little bit less, we will be able to get it. But it's just a matter of getting someone to put in an offer, and it's a real buyer's market at the moment, so just have to wait. And they lowered the price of the house that we looked at. We looked at it on the Thursday. He goes, they've just lowered the price today. And part of you is like, yay, but then the other part was like, no, I don't want you to lower it, because that means every man and his dog is going to come through and it's going to be bought out from underneath me. So I actually went to the open house. They had an open house on Saturday because I had to be out of mine. I took my boys to have a look just to suss out how many people came through. And I think including me, there was about 5 lots, and you know, like, I knew there would be quite a lot of people come through because the house was being reduced to sell. So like, I really want this one. I should have gone in there and go, oh, this is terrible, you know, you don't want this piece of crap. You know, go in there to deter people from buying it, but you don't want to do that. It's not very nice. But I thought, well, at least I got a sticky beak of how many people have looked at the place. So that's where we are in our selling adventure. And yeah, buying and selling is never easy. It's annoying. Okay, I'll put one more up here. It's starting to look like a bit of something. Yeah, none too exciting, you watching me put French knots in. So, yeah, so keep my fingers crossed. But we haven't really heard anything from, you know, because the agent, he will, you know, ring him up and say, well, what do you think? And, you know, no one's put in an offer as yet, but it's only Monday. So, yeah. So I'm hoping, well, this guy that's coming today, he couldn't make it on Saturday, so he put in, like, he booked in an inspection. So I thought, well, he must be interested if he's gone out of his way to book an inspection other than the open inspection, because most people wait until the open inspections. So that's something. So let's hope he likes it. Let's hope. Well, that's really pretty. Really like Corinne's. It's looking really nice. Okay. So you've got the lackluster Sues today, but that's how it is. Yeah, you get like that sometimes when you've been doing YouTube and you've got to have videos up all the time. You just sometimes it just, you know, I'd rather take a bit of a break, do the couple of videos that I need to do, not do full on stuff, and not, you know, give up altogether. Yeah, because I mean, I do enjoy doing it, but yeah. Okay. Sometimes it sounds awful, becomes a chore. Okay, I better go in and film. I've got to get this done. You know, it's what, and I don't want it to be like that. So, because I do enjoy doing it, but I'm just not an ever ready bunny like Corinne. I struggle doing too many things at once. Okay. Oh, we're getting there. It's looking quite cute. Now, gone quiet, got a couple left, and then I might, I'm going to do the same on that side. I might see how I go with, to pick out a colour that I need to go around the outside. I could probably just stop this because it's a bit boring. So, but part of you's like, oh, I want to see what it looks like. I'll have a look what it looks like via the camera. Like you get a different view up there than I get here. Oh yeah, it's looking, and it is a different colour. I'll bring it up closer, see if it makes any difference. Can you see that? Got a bit of a gap in between. So that's a little bit of a different colour. Yeah, it's looking a bit more poppy-ish. So, I reckon we probably only need a couple more. Oh, that's what else I did on this weekend. Who binge watched the first half of the Bridgerton. Yep, which was, and the next half is in June, which is probably not a bad thing really, because it's terrible. I mean, when the last or the other ones have been on, you watch the whole lot, and then you know there's a whole day of your life you don't get back. So yeah, okay. Oh, don't want to knot. It's always the way when you're in a hurry to try and finish it. Well, I think that's an indication that I need to stop. I'll finish that later, and I'm going to try and find a colour for this. No, it needs to be more white. Thinking, do I do? I was thinking that, but what about a thread rather than? Because I know they do have white poppies. They're do we go white? It's too white. You know what? I am going to use this. I can have one that's been done with Wonderful and the other one being done with wool. No rules. Do what we like. See how we go, and if it doesn't work, well, we unpick it. Okay. Might use that and then use a little bit of this in the highlights. I always cut too much. I'm terrible. Okay. Sort of a whitey peach colour, which I think that might have been the colour that I used in the deer for the spots. Whereas because the deer with the spots is on, you know, the pinky background, it looks a little darker. Whereas on here, okay, now we'll see how we go. So what I did on there is I just did a back stitch. So let's see if it's going to cover it, because I want to cover the black. And I think I got way too much thread, which I do, because second stitch and it's knotted. Seriously. So I think we need to cut some off. Okay, I'm just going to do that and go. It's just too long. It's ridiculous. I do it every time and it's just not good with wool, especially with wool. There we go. We don't want it to knot. Yeah. Well, it's covering the black, which is good. So even when it's only, it's got to go through a few layers, so that's probably why I'm having a bit of trouble. I'm going to have a sip of my cup of tea. Nice, nothing like a good cuppa. Okay. Oh, see, it's near the edge. I'm thinking, why am I struggling? But this bit is double thickness, and then you got the fabric on top of that. Now I know why. Well, I could probably, I can feel it underneath, and if I don't go through the whole layers, there we go, it'll make it a lot easier as long as it grabs some of it. That works. See, other tricks to make it a bit easier. You can feel it. Okay. I think that's going to work. Okay. So how are you all going with your projects at the moment? Oh, I'm going to go back over that. Hope you're going well. I know overseas it is late spring coming into summer, because that's when I was there last year. It's beautiful. Whereas we're heading into winter in June. That's the first month of winter. So it's still got some nice days. You can probably see the light in here. The window's open, and, well, not the window, but the curtain, and the light's coming through. So it's quite nice. The autumn days are quite nice here. We get some nice warm winter days. I like sitting outside and on a warm winter day. Okay. We don't get the heavy snow and all that some of you guys get. Okay, let's have a look. Now that I've done that, I can sort of stand back and have a look. Yeah, that's not bad. It's going to give that softer edge rather than that dark, and it'll make this, when I do this, it'll make that stand out. I'm happy with that. It does look nicer in real life. You can see a real definition and a bit of, you know, like it's been painted, so a bit darker. So I'm hoping here I'll do the same. You can see a bit of the colour underneath. Okay, there we go. Okay, well, might have to go back through. We can still see some of that black. Okay. I don't know how many minutes we are in. 29. Oh yeah, it goes pretty fast. I like it. It's all starting to blend. Quite nice. Yeah. Yep. I think that'll work. So, now, as for this, got this. I reckon that might hold that down, so I'll hold it down, then I'll come back in with some actual thread and do some of the work. We're getting there. What is the date today? I think I might have one more. Next week might be the last one. I really wouldn't mind. I think the P on the poppies looks a bit small. Yeah, it needs to be a little bit longer. That's better. So maybe get a permanent marker and do the word in permanent marker. That way we don't have to stitch it. Okay. There we go. Because it's a little bit weird being smaller. Definitely know that is poppies now. Okay, so we can continue on with this. Then I've got to go back down here and unpick, and then I will come in here and I'm going to do maybe some brown, I think, because it's not quite as dark. Yeah, it's sort of more of a greeny, so maybe I can do a greeny colour. Little spikes, sort of like a darker green, which will match that. That one as well. I think that one is a bit darker. So still got a few bits and pieces I need to do. Now we've got a thin needle that I can use to hold that down, or maybe that one. And then I'll stitch, and then these will be moved, and then I could probably stitch that down. But these, I might wait until I've got the bit here. So, yeah. So, just finish off this, and then I've got to go back and rescue my thread here because it's not looking that great. And then do some stuff behind the scenes so that next week is just going to be a few finishing off bits and pieces. There we go. It's a bit hard to cover the black when you've got to do it with a white colour, like a light colour, so maybe it's a bit like, you know, the colour behind it is a bit of shading. We'll see how we go. Okay, well, I'm just going to leave that and try and rescue this guy. And come back tomorrow with my deer. I'm doing some of the background at the moment in the deer. So Oh, here we go. There we go. Not too bad. Done. Okay, so I've got a few little bits and pieces to do behind the scenes, and but this was the main bit that I wanted. So I'll go around there, do that, and I'll stitch that down. So next week I could probably make these come to life a little bit, and I've still got to do around the leaves, so they do have a little bit left. And we want it to stand out because at the moment it's sort of blending in a little bit. So we'll see how we go. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.